You want to believe it so bad, you don't think it through.
Your guide to the truth. TheNewAmericanMedia.com.
So we have Jussie Smollett turns himself in today on disorderly conduct charges from Chicago Police Department. Empire star Jussie Smollett's bail was set at $100,000 today, hours after the actor turned himself into police on a felony charge of disorderly conduct and filing a police report, a false police report. Police said in a press conference hours later that Smollett sent a false letter that relied on racial, homophobic, and political language to himself and staged a hate crime attack in Chicago because, now we have the motive, because he was dissatisfied with his salary. Yeah, Brian, it seemed like it was the original story. We thought that he was being written off the show, and I was almost not trying to defend him, but I was saying, okay, I get it. He stands to lose a lot of money, and he's going to be some nobody. He's going to go from this $1 million nice little gig, and then next thing you know, he's going to be unemployed, so maybe he staged something to, help himself out. But this was, this is really not much of a motive. He's really just kind of a very selfish, try to say some nice things. I don't know, but he didn't do himself any favors, and he tried to smear a lot of people for his own personal benefit, and dragged a couple of his buddies in, probably reluctantly, but he paid them $3,500 with a personal check. That was pretty stupid. He pretty much botched every single stage of this whole event. The Empire star was charged with a Class 4 felony, which carries a sentence ranging from probation up to 3 years in prison. The other interesting issue is there's another prosecution here that may happen, the federal government. Now, if he mailed this threatening letter to himself by using the post office, he engaged in postal fraud. That's 5 to 10 years in jail. That's 3 times what he's facing for filing a false report. But he's also, he doubled down on his report. So filing a false report is an offense, and then lying to the police again to back it up the first time he met with them is a second offense, and then lying to them to back it up the second time is number 3. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. So things have not worked out the way that he intended, which is just horrible.
This isn't healthy for a country, and I want us to stop doing that. I don't think it's helpful for anybody, and I think this Jussie Smollett has earned a strong punishment. There's no way around it. This dude did some stuff, some premeditated, disgusting stuff, and one of the biggest questions, Blake, is this a hate crime? Should this get filed as a hate crime against heterosexuals, against white people, against conservatives, against Republicans, against Trump supporters? Is this a hate crime?
Yes, he's inciting race and problems. I mean, if you'd gotten away with this whole thing, to smear Trump supporters, the media would be railing on this for who knows how long. He'd be making more money. He's just a really twisted, deranged individual. And here's another thing. The guy was making reportedly $1.17 million.
Yeah, I did the quick math at $1.2 million.
Yeah,
and that was something that was outrageously below his standards.
Depending on how many episodes they do, that's a pretty extraordinary amount of money. And, good for him. It's a good gig, and I could see if he was going to lose his job, why you would do something really desperate and stupid. But if you're just trying to get more money, if you're not getting, what's going on here? Maybe there's something, he's got a gambling issue, or who knows. But the point is, you're trying to frame the MAGA country, the Trump supporters, and that's just way over the line. And yeah, he deserves. It's a hate crime, as far as I'm concerned. That's what he wanted, and so I think he's going to get it. It's just going to be on him.
Yeah. All right. So there's the update there.
Yeah.
It's going from bad to worse for this cat, but he brought it all on himself. I'm not feeling sorry for him. I'm feeling disgusted. Who I am feeling sorry for, and I would like an apology. I'd like some soul searching. For all the people that want to rush to judgment on Covington kids or Russian collusion or Kavanaugh or Jussie Smollett, I do want you to have some soul searching and looking in the mirror and some time to think about the narratives that you're so willing to believe. You suspend basic journalistic integrity. With social media, we all have to become the publisher of our own lives and the publisher of the information that we consume. So we have to be discerning consumers of content. And we need to be calling out people that are rushing to judgment without having factual information. That is really dangerous. Really dangerous. And, you know, there's plenty of stories from the past year that you can look to. It's reckless. It has to stop.
Your guide to the truth. TheNewAmericanMedia.com.